Thank you very much, Laurel.
Mhm.
And thank you, artists, for attending my workshop. I'm very happy to have you on board and then hopefully entertain you. So I'm excited, and I have some adorable book folds to share with you. I should say envelope folds. So, um, well, a couple little things, just a couple little technical things. Um, these little books are my little envelope origami. There are certain restrictions, and I just want to mention on the envelope size, the minimal to go through the post office is 3.5 inches by 5 inches. And it will take a regular stamp. And the largest they'll accept is 6.1/8 inch by 11.5 inches. So be aware the envelopes I'm going to show you will, especially the first one, that will go through the mail. It's a standard size, so, or falls within the size. And the square envelopes, the minimum is 5 by 5 inches, and they need an extra 20-cent stamp. And anything over 2 ounces is 95 cents. Just a couple little technicalities if you do intend to mail an envelope. Just by way of example, I have this, I'm sending an envelope to my cousin, and I made this, and can you all see? It's clear?
Oh, I need to switch to your other camera. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Let me find your other, oh, there we are. Okay. Okay.
Oh, great. Thank you. Oh, let me get this out of the way. I'll continue. Okay, so this envelope I made for my cousin. I have so many that I've done, and we're going to start with this particular fold. It's very straightforward. So I embellished a little bit with flowers. I had made flowers, and then I didn't make a little sticker out of them, but that's another idea. And I just collaged on the envelope, and I used a little washi tape to cover, decorate the back. So, and this is the little card I did, which is a piece of work, calligraphy I reduced. So it just, this is to show you what it looks like in action. And you'll see. Another thing, I use magazines, calendars. I do a lot of calligraphy, so practice sheets, anything you have that you don't throw out, especially decorative, you can create an envelope. For example, this is from a magazine, and it's very cute, you know, and if you want to address over it, you can take a piece of vellum or tracing paper and just decorate around it. I put a little washi tape and a dress, and it shows, the design shows through, and it's fine. So just a couple little tips. Here's another magazine, and you can, you know, depending on what your note is, it can relate to the note. So, all right.
Andrea, have you ever had those arrive torn? Because they seem a little puffy. Have you ever had them arrive torn?
You know, I've never heard anybody complain. I've sent out a few, and no, once you put your card inside, it makes it pretty sturdy. And
okay.
You can also, the paper stock I'm going to use a little heavier. It's what do you call, kind of a decorative paper, scrapbooking paper, and it's a little more like a lightweight cardstock. So, but these envelopes will go through. I haven't had a problem. Okay, so let's start. If you could get out a little piece of paper, 8.5 by 8.5. I think I had asked that you had those ready to go.
Andrea, Karen Karen is asking if you use glue to help the washi tape survive the mail.
Yes, I think that's a very good idea. I was going to mention that and I guess I forgot, but
Mhm.
yes, I would do an extra little layer. I just use this Yoo-hoo glue. It's very good. It's probably the best stick glue that I've come across, and it's not too expensive. You can get like 12 of these for, I don't know, $12 or $15 on Amazon, and they just come and you can put them all over the house. You don't have to look for your glue sticks. So yeah, I would say use your glue just to reinforce, because that washi tape is removable. And actually, I sent myself a postcard and I used washi tape to decorate around the image. And sure enough, some of it did come off. So I'm going to have to be extra careful. Thank you for bringing that up. That's wonderful. Okay, so do we have, everyone has a piece of paper, 8.5 by 8.5. So it's a square. It can be any, if you have something a little smaller, a little larger, that's fine. But just so long as it's square. So what I'm going to ask you to do is get your bone folder handy. And I have two here. And the Teflon folder, I'm sure most of you know this, it doesn't abrade the paper or make it shiny. It's, you know, a little gentler than a wood. This is prettier, but I think the Teflon one is more practical. You can also use a cover sheet, as you know, to protect the folds when you're working. So, okay, what I'd like you to do is just put the paper in a diamond shape towards you. And then let's go south, pick up the south corner and bring it up to the north. And just kind of make sure you're even all the way around. The more accurate, the better your structures will come out. And I'll just bone fold from the middle out. Another one for good measure. And then I'll go from the right corner to the left and kind of bone fold that too. And I'll go slowly so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so you basically have two big folds. And we're going to open up our paper. So we'll start with the lower corner. Let's bring it into the center, right in the middle of the center. And I'll bone fold this.
If we have a two-sided paper, which one should we have up?
It doesn't matter, whatever you want the outside of the envelope to be.
Okay, which one should be the one for the outside?
Well, mine is two colors, but some come with a color on one side and white on the other. If you want your color on the outside, then you want to fold. When you fold up the flap, that color that you want to show will be visible to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're sort of, the inside is what we're looking at, and we're folding into the inside of the envelope. Okay, is everyone clear on that? All right, so we're going to make a fold, and let's just go clockwise. Just turn your paper clockwise and make another fold. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of turning all the way around. The bottom, the last, leave one corner open. Okay, fold, leave one corner open. Okay, so we're good, right? It should look like this. And one corner is not folded yet, my bottom corner. Now, very easy. You see the little fold at the top, at the very top, down from the point. We're going to fold towards that, but not quite, like maybe a 1/4 inch below it. So So you're going to bring the bottom, maybe you'll stop about a 1/4 inch and bone fold. And so far we have this. Okay. Now I measured everything so that you know you have exact measurements. So about this little flap here will be folded down about 1 1/4 inch because it's going to go inside the two side folds. So let's do that. If you have a ruler handy, just make a tiny pencil mark at 1 1/4 inch. Okay, and you're going to fold down on that. And it should give you
From the corner or the center? Okay.
just from the center. So it's going to go like that down and just bone fold it. While you're there, let's just lift the bottom flap and put a little glue. I'll do it for you so you can see. I'm going to put a little glue here on the sides because it's going to, you want this to be very adhere to the envelope so that your contents don't open up or fall out. So on both sides, we're going to do that. Everyone okay with that? Okay. Now, just
No, where do we put the glue? I'm sorry.
I would put the glue right on the bottom flap, just on the sides. I'm sorry, my envelope was in the way. Can everyone see where I've applied the glue? It's a little bit, the computer's a little bit stagnant. And then I also do where it's going to be, where it's going to stick. I'll put a little glue there too. And then just fold it up. Use your bone folder to kind of press it in place. Oh, okay, everyone good with that? We're good? Okay, so we're going to reverse fold the little tab we did. We're going to reverse fold it inside the envelope. And hopefully it won't be too long. And again, use your bone folder to even everything out. So far we have this. Okay, I could add a little more glue here. Another thing to use is score tape, the double-sided stick tape. But just for the purposes of convenience, I'm using my glue stick. Some people prefer the double-sided tape. That will stick no matter what. Okay, so from the top, what we're going to do is maybe come down a 1/4 inch. It's folded on a line, but I want you to bring this down even a little further, maybe a 1/4 inch to cover what you've done. Because if you leave it up here, you may not cover all the creases. You don't want anything to escape the mail, in the mail. And then I went to, if you don't want that mark, you can always just put your finger and make a little impression if you don't like that mark. And what I've done on the envelope I'm sending out, just to cover it, I added a little washi tape just to cover, and I'll put washi tape on the sides to mail. But like I say, you can just make a little depression so that you don't have that line there. And there's your envelope. And I would seal it with, you can add a little stick glue, you could put a little sticker on the bottom to make sure that it stays nice and it's very easy to mail and it's very cute. So I'll take things that if I'm printing and I have prints I don't want, I'll use those for envelopes. You know, I don't have to really go out and buy envelopes anymore. I can make my own. So any questions on this very traditional fold? Okay. I have a little one. I'll just show you a little baby one I did. This is a piece of art. And for whatever reason, I cut it or something, and I decided to just make a little baby envelope. So all I did with my, and it's an oblong, I just folded in the sides and a little bit of the corner and made a little envelope. And after a while, you figure out your own envelopes, folds that work. This would be cute for a little, I don't know, note, or you're going to have flowers and you put a little note inside, it would be pretty. So you'll come up with all kinds of things, no doubt. Okay, any questions on your basic envelope?
Andrea, shall we do a poll asking if everyone's ready to move to the next one?
Yes, that's a good idea. Thank you. So whatever. I can do another one too, but I think if everyone's in agreement, we should move on.
Can I ask what's your finished size?
My, you mean as far as?
The envelope. What size is that? I mean, I started.
Oh,
out-
my size. Oh, let's see. It is about 4 inches by 5.5.
Okay, thank you.
So it would go through the mail with and this is, it bends enough, even if you use a cover stock. As long as they can bend it, they won't charge you $3.95
Thank
to
you.
mail. Okay?
Thanks.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Okay.
So everyone responded that they were ready to move on.
Okay, great. Okay, next envelope. See, it's good. They're going to get a little progressively more difficult, but I know you'll be able to handle it. These are very cute envelopes for gift cards. And they look more complicated than they are. And here's one I did with a little flower. Also, I used the scrapbooking paper. They have some very pretty paper at Michael's, but I know as book artists, you have your very good sources for this, but we all have tons of paper. This is pretty because it's got an inside. So let's take another sheet of 8.5 by 8.5. Okay, I'll put these along on the side. Okay, so I guess I'll have my, I'll use my green and pink on the outside. My pink will be on the inside, my solid pink. So one side is green and pink, and I'll keep that for the outside. So that the side you want to show is going to be underneath. Okay. So just like we did in the last envelope, we're going to take the south corner and bring it up to the north corner. Carefully. And then use your bone folder. I tend to go from the center out, and then I'll do one final sweep. And then, okay, now you need to measure just a little bit. So we're going to go from the right hand tip 4 inches. So the right bottom tip, and make a little pencil mark. At that point, I want you to put your finger on the pencil mark and lift the side, lift the right corner up, and just fold over parallel on top of the bottom line. Or concentric, I guess you could say, on top. So use your bone folder and fold that in place. And so far it looks like this. Okay, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So I would you can eyeball it, but I think let's measure it just to be 100%. So let's measure from the left corner, about 4 inches. Maybe a little bit less. Let's see. Maybe on that side, maybe a slightly less. Hang on one second. Let me double check. I'm gonna, Okay, I thought I had this done. Okay, from that other left corner, maybe it's 3.5. 3 5/8. 3 5/8. You want to measure and make a little tick mark and close it together. So it looks like this.
You wanted to touch the other corner, yes?
Just about touch the other corner, exactly.
Mhm.
Just about touch the other corner. And
And
it can't touch.
it's okay if it folds over that little tip.
Yeah, because what we're going to do is fold it back on itself. So if it goes over a little bit, that's okay too. The idea is really that you want the top, they should be concentric. I think mine isn't quite concentric. I might need to jimmy it a little bit. Maybe it is. It just seemed like it was going to not go right if I did a full 4 inches. So you see what I mean? It should look a little balanced. So what we're going to do is take the outside corner and fold it over on itself to the opposite corner. So it looks like this. So from the middle over. Okay, and bone fold that. Sorry, bone fold that. Then bring it up. It's like a little beak. Open up your little beak. This is what I call a little beak, like a little birdie beak. Just open it up and then press. Press down. I call it the squash fold. I'm sure that's not the name, the technical name in the origami world, but I call it the squash fold. And just burnish that with your bone folder. And that's going to be your what you hook the top into. Now,
Could you just show that last step a minute again?
yes. So you're over. You're going to take the top, the corner, bring it to the center, and come pretty much over to the other corner.
Got it.
Let me turn this around so you can see.
Okay.
Then pick up this little section you just folded and open it up a little bit like a beak. And then I just squash it.
Got it.
Got it?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, sure. Then the top, you're going to take the top and I would say come down maybe a little past the midpoint of that diamond. A little past that. Because what are we doing? We're going to fit that inside the little diamond we created. And that's going to be our clasp, so to speak. And this is a cardstock. So if you're working with a lighter weight paper, it will fold even more easily. And all you do once you're there and you've bone folded the top, just lift and put it in the little pocket. And you've got a very cute, you could put like a little note or a gift card. And if you want, you can decorate it with some, I'm into gems and flowers. So let me see, I have, look at, everything, Michael's, I'm one of the best customers. I should have stock in that company. So you can add a little embellishment, which I love to do, or a heart or a butterfly, whatever, or something that would reflect something special that's on the inside. And you just bone fold, and there you have a cute little gift card envelope. Any questions? And you know, it looks much more complicated than it is, right? So I love these. I think they're so cute. So any questions on this particular format? Okay, so are we ready?
Let me
Yes.
do the poll again.
Okay. Take a drink of water, everyone. Okay. A
Gina
few of you-
loves that one.
Yeah, thanks, Gina. I do too. It looks much harder than it is. Okay, so we'll put this to one side and we'll get started on the next one. Okay,
Okay, everybody says yes, move on.
okay. Now, I think I asked you to cut out like 5 circles. I hope I did. Or at least 4. And what I
Is-
want you,
Andrea, your camera just went away.
oh, my camera's out. Okay, let's see. Oh my God. Okay, hang on.
There, we can see you again, but
Oh,
now it went away again.
I'm
Start
sorry.
video on your second camera.
Wait, let me find the Zoom thing. Oh, this is so frustrating. Okay.
There you go.
Can you, everyone see me?
Yes,
Okay. You know, I'm still not understanding the technology, but who am I to question this? Okay.
it's all magic and no one understands it. Can you move your workspace slightly to the left? A little bit? Okay,
And
good.
down?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. The next little adorable envelope I want to show you. I'll show you some
up, your
samples.
camera went out again.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Is your,
Hang on.
Just do it on the screen, on the Zoom screen.
that doesn't face down to her workspace.
Skip poll. Later. Oh, I am really sorry. Continue. All right, now I'm just seeing me on
Yeah.
this. All
Okay,
right, let me hook it back in. I'm sorry, everyone. I am really sorry about this. This is a
oh,
problem.
again,
I think every time she touches that button.
I
it
think you
goes-
might be touching the, when you're loading it, you might be touching something, one of the, you know, black the
The
screen.
Stop video button.
Yeah, somehow you're
Oh.
touching something on the screen as
Oh,
you're putting it in the holder. It's good now. It's good
Okay.
now. So
So,
hopefully it's fine.
okay. So I'm not going to breathe or anything.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Don't
thank you.
pass out.
Don't pass out. So I just want to share with you what we're doing next. Now, this is what I call the pinwheel envelope. And I'll show you, I made a little belly band. It's a little more complicated, but boy, are these fun. This, oh, I'm doing the wrong side. I'm trying to open up my glue side. And I got this fabulous paper. It's from China, but I just fell in love with this glitzy paper. But anyway, that's a sample of what you can do. Let me show you a couple others. Oh, I'll just put this over. I'll show you. This is Linda Cook. She's a student and a friend, and she attended another workshop I gave for Ocala Guild, and she did an adorable little heart with gems on it. And I'm going to show you how to do the hearts too. And hers looks like this on the inside. I thought it was so cute. And she used a little more pliable paper. I'm using more of a cover stock, you know, but it's very easy. And I will show you how to do a couple different cute hearts to decorate, help you decorate your piece. So let's go forward. Here's just a couple more that I did. I've gone crazy with this format, as you can see. And I layered, you can layer, you can set them, like offset your center. Oh, and I did make one. The one I'm working on, I'll show you. I actually put some calligraphy. Welcome to my circle of friendship. Like as if I was mailing this to somebody. So I have a center for that. Okay, shall we get started on the folds?
Mhm.
Okay, so what I want you to do is bone fold. If you're using 2 colors, that's very nice because you'll really see the pinwheel effect. I'm using, all my paper has this design, but one side's going to be folded so that the white shows. like that. And one side will be folded so that my decorative sides show. So it'll be every other one. So what I'd like you to do is bone fold your circles in half. And however you're doing it, if it's all one color or two colors or four colors, that's up to you.
Should
And
they,
once
should they bone fold 4 or 5?
four,
Just 4. Leave one
four
for the
for now,
one for
yes.
the center.
Yeah, and where's my, okay. I'm looking for my, all right, I'm missing one of my circles. Here, on the floor. All righty. Okay, so once you have your circles bone folded, nice and tidy, the key is to try to do things very evenly and tidy, because this ultimately it'll improve the structure. So once you have your little circles folded how you want them, okay, set everything up in kind of a square in front of you, like I have here. You see, I have my circles, each 2 facing, let's say, circles with my decorative color facing each other and the ones with the white on the outside facing each other. So it looks kind of like a square. Then what I want you to do.
Can you slow down? Slow down, please.
Sure.
I'm still folding.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Give us a minute.
Oh, yeah. Take your time. I'm sorry. Just take your time. We're in good time here.
So I have a question about the plain side. Is that plain on both sides or just the?
Well, in my case, I used a decorative paper on one side and it's plain on the other.
Oh, okay, I see. But the ones on the side, are they both fully? Oh, I see. Then you're reversing it. Oh,
Yeah.
Side.
The only reason I did this because I like the alternation of color versus something else.
Yeah.
Just gives a little more, you'll see the pinwheel effect better.
Okay.
So now what I'd like you to do is on the left side, take hold of your circle and line up the crease with the one on the bottom. Oh, I'm going to close it. There's a plate crossing. I'm going to close the window. Sorry about that. Okay. So
Can you go back a little? I'm sorry. I just finished folding my circles.
Okay, so let's take the left circle and the one on the bottom and line up the creases. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, just line up the creases and the bottom one will go over the one on the left. It'll go over and you're going to line up your creases. Once you've done that, go to the next circle and put it over, and line up your creases. Can everyone see what I've done? Then,
Yes.
lo and behold, you're going to go to the next circle, line up your creases, and you're going to put one under the other. So you line up your creases, and then you'll jimmy the thing together.
I'm
Make
sorry,
sure-
where's the last one?
Okay, so I'm going to take my last one out so you can see. So I'm going to put it over on the right side and under the left one.
Andrea, I think
yes.
the one on the bottom, you should be having over one and under the other, yes?
Yeah. So
There,
it's
okay. And if you
left-
can push that away from you, I think the camera will be
Yeah,
able to,
oh,
no,
it's
away
going under.
from you.
Oh.
Towards the camera, away from you. I think people will be able to see better.
Okay. Can
So
you
this
see
is
that?
like when you close the top of a box.
Yes.
You go
Yes,
1, 2, 3,
exactly.
and the last one goes
It's like
under.
close. Can everyone see that pinwheel effect? Yeah? Okay. Once you've got everything kind of the way it's supposed to be, you sort of put it together and your corners are aligned, take a little piece of removable tape, which I happen to cut in advance. This is my removable tape. It's wonderful by Scotch brand. And just tape the center so it doesn't move about while you glue it. And you can use an extra, and then carefully you can tape the bottom too. Turn it upside down and over and tape the back side just to secure it. I found this works. Now what you want to do, is everyone with me on the shape?
Shall we do a poll?
Yeah. We're good?
We've got a couple that would like you to hold on for a couple more minutes. So
Okay.
let's give it
Thank you.
another few minutes.
Okay, well, in the meantime, you can just make sure everything's aligned. And we'll just wait, you know, because I want everyone to feel comfortable. And I'm going to show you how to use extra paper if you have scraps, I'll show you how to use your scraps. Scraps too. Once this is done, you'll love it. It's such a cute structure. Put it up, make sure everyone. Okay, if we're ready to go, you can just start gluing the ends together. So I'll show you. I just glue up. See why you have to. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. See why you have to. I recommend using tape to secure it. Mine fell apart already. Sorry about that. Okay, so. It's crazy. I've got to put mine back together again. Sorry about that. Okay, so once you have it secured, you're going to start gluing. I'm having a problem. Okay. All righty. Once you have your square, let's just backtrack a little bit.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to re-glue my circles together. Because the reason everything has to be even is so that when you fold it, it coordinates and it folds. Okay. Right, let's do this again. And then we'll glue it. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, get a little bit of tape. It's good I'm making a little bit of mistake because I'm sure some of you are also jimming, fooling with this, trying to get it in alignment. And you want it aligned so that it closes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is carefully glue the circle, the outside edges, glue it together. And I just lifted the tab and glued carefully. And check and make sure your circles are in alignment. If you have to add a little more tape, don't hesitate. I will. Okay, so I'm going to glue another portion of the circle. And by the way, I happen to have some handy little wipes in case you get glue on your fingers. It's always a good idea to have some wipes on board. Okay, and just keep going around and gluing until you have the whole thing glued together. And you can press it down with your foam folder. And you have a little wiggle time because the glue doesn't set right away. And just make sure you've got all your tabs glued. I can take my tape away, I think, now. And you can, you might have to jimmy and lock it in just a little more before you close it all together. So if you're happy with the way it looks, mine's more or less, might have to add a little more glue. Sometimes you can add glue on both sides. That gives it double stick. So mine looks, if it would stay together. How are we doing on time? We're good?
It's 5 after the hour.
Okay. And if you have to lift a little bit of the glue, just don't hesitate. And I'm just gonna fold it down and take a little cover sheet and just try to clean it up a little bit. So mine's glued together and it should look more or less like this. Everybody good? You still need more time.
Good.
Should we do another poll?
I think, just in case. I know I had a little trouble.
Let's do another. I'm doing another poll.
Okay, let's do another poll. And you can see the cute little shape it creates. It's really fun. I'm gonna start closing mine in. Now, before I'm gonna put a little center circle in, which you could do if you have an extra circle with the little message, but you don't have to. You can, maybe put a flower in there, whatever. I have butterflies. It depends how you want to use this. I think this would be a great structure for an invitation.
Andrea, do you think that paper that you're using is being resistant to the glue?
It hasn't been.
Okay.
No, I think it's just.
Yeah. I've never seen you have that much trouble with the
Yeah,
gluing on this
I
one.
don't know. I don't know.
Sometimes, papers have, like something on it that sort of resists the glue in a way.
I don't know. I think it's
Yeah.
just today I'm having, it's just one of my off days.
You're
Okay.
doing fine. You take a breath.
You did have
relax.
some 4-inch squares, and a 4-inch square fits in there very nicely also.
Mhm.
Yes, you can do 4-inch, 3-inch, 6-inch, depends what your focus is. So I'm going to put a center. I did a little calligraphy and I just used graphite and I'm going to put it in the center just to finish it off. And that's easy enough. And not only that, I cut out, and I'll show you how to do this. I cut out a little decorative butterfly to put in the center of that. And I'll show you how to, like paper dolls. I do a paper doll thing. Okay, so what you want to do when all this is put together is you're going to do like at every other one. So I'll do one over, under, turn it, over, and then you've got this cute little structure. Let me take my tape off the other side. That would help a lot. Somehow I got a lot of tape in there. Okay, so is everyone good? You have your little structure, your envelope?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me do another quick poll. We had a couple that were asking for a little bit more time with the last one. So let me
Okay.
just see if everybody's been able to get it glued and folded like a pinwheel.
Okay. And then, when you're actually constructing these at home in your own time, you can always put a book or something to make sure that glue sets. But you can see why the the removable tape is helpful to secure them before you start gluing, because they're fiddly. But once you get the hang of it, it goes fast. Okay.
Okay,
So,
a couple are still asking for another couple minutes.
okay.
So maybe just show some more, let them work while you show some more little examples, or open it and close it a little bit more.
Okay, so yeah, I don't want to
Mhm.
show anything without everybody being
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah,
So here's my envelope, and hopefully it'll, and if you need to add a little glue or your I know Laurel, you use the double-sided tape very successfully.
yeah, because glue gets everywhere when I use it.
Yeah, and it can. And the glue, by the way, if you do use it, it does, it is a little bit of forgiving. If you have to move things around, you have a little wiggle time,
Mhm.
so to speak, to add or subtract or whatever. But I'm just, when you have your own rhythm with it, you'll find it goes very smoothly. Okay, and it's very cute how it closes. It's like a little kid's pinwheel, and I think it's so cute. So what I'd like to do is show you how to use your scraps. So we all like hearts. So this is just a scrap of paper. What you can do is fold it together so that make sure that it's even. Let me cut the extra off so it doesn't. So let's say you have a oblong or a square piece of paper. I'm going to make a little heart. So what am I going to do on the side that I'm going to cut on that I don't want to show? I'm going to create a little heart. So let me just take my pencil. We all did this as kids. We made cutout dolls. So just make a nice little heart shape. Like that. And then I just cut it out I use my finer scissors. I think these are Frisker, and they're fine. You can go around corners. And I'm just going to cut out my little heart.
We can't see your hands, Andrea.
Okay. Just cut out your little heart. And voila, guess what we have? A little heart. And then you can decorate the heart with beads or your gemstones. Then you can make flowers. You just, cut the shape of half of a flower and create, or a butterfly, like I did. Then if you want washi tape, look what you can do. You can decorate, just put some tape or whatever on the side you want to show. I'm going to fold it over so that everyone can see. Okay, so it's folded over. Now I'm going to make maybe a couple hearts, because this is a nice, generous piece of paper. And if you don't have your washi tape, that's fine. I'm just going to show you the effect. So let's just do a heart, and maybe I'll try to do a little flower. Let's see. It's going to look like a 4-leaf clover, but it's okay. So I'm going to cut, and you'll see it's so cute how it decorates the heart.
We can't see your hands.
So here we go. We're going to cut out the shape of the heart. Okay, look. Isn't that cute? So you have a very decorative heart that you can use on your belly band. And I don't know what my flower would look like, but I'll try. So it's just like cutting out paper dolls. I'm going to cut around. And it's fun because you don't have to cut the washi tape in awkward shapes to create the heart, because it's on there already. You can create whatever shape you want. This is kind of a a loopy looking flower, but I would, you know, I can fix that. You could cut up the center and create more of a flower shape.
Can't see your hands. Can't
Ah,
move.
This is a little
Yeah.
bit like an unusual looking flower, but it's fine. You can put a
Bring
little
it, move it closer to you and more to the left.
Okay.
There.
You
There.
can put a few little gemstones. I guess I need a little bit of practice making my flowers, but anyway, you get the idea. Any questions about how we do this? Okay. Now, one more thing, I want to show you how to make another heart. If you have just a small square piece of paper, mine is 3 5/8 by 3 5/8, but it can be any size square. I just want to show you how to make a very simple heart, origami heart. So I want my paper, the outside to be the lighter green. So all you do is, again, it's on a diamond. Take the bottom corner and bring it to the top. And the right corner to the left. Okay. This is it's like the easiest heart shape. Open up your folded square, and just the top corner is going to go to the center, the top northern corner, I should say. Just put it to the center. Then the bottom corner is going to go clear to the top of that. Now you have a center line there. You can accentuate it over again. Take the right-hand side of your flap and fold it over. So I'll do that again. Take the right-hand side and fold it to that center fold. Everyone good with that?
No, could you slow down a little, please?
Oh, sure.
Can you start from the beginning? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay, no
Okay.
problem. So we have our diamond piece of paper.
Okay.
Fold it in half.
Okay. Got that.
And again in half.
And then in half. Okay.
Yeah, make sure you get the creases.
Okay.
Open up.
Open up.
Now you're going to take the top corner and bring it to the center.
Okay.
The bottom corner will go to the top of that.
Okay.
So it looks like this.
Got it.
Take the right-hand corner and bring it over.
Which is the right-hand corner? That's what it makes up.
So right here, it looks left to you. From my right looks left. So I'm just going to grab my left corner so that it looks right.
Okay.
See
Okay.
that? And you have a center fold in your heart.
Okay.
So you're going to bring the corner up to line it up with that center fold. And then do the same thing to the other side.
Okay.
And we have the beginnings of a heart.
Okay.
Okay, now what you do is the little tips have to go in about 1/8 of an inch. And I don't think it's necessary to measure that necessarily, but so try to fold them in about 1/8 of an inch on each side, each of those little tips.
So which one are you folding? Your hands are over it. I can't see.
Wait,
Sorry,
what
honey.
little tips? Oh, the little tips on the top
Yeah, and the sides.
and the sides.
Yeah. And then one more. And lo and behold, guess what we have? A cute little heart.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Lay it down flat without your hands. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, can you put another colored sheet? It's fading into the white paper.
Oh, I'll call it, let's see. I don't, let's see if I can find something.
There, the green will work. There you go.
Does
there.
that work?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so what you can do, you can put another heart inside with a little note. You can do like, I think Laurel showed me how she made like a little accordion and put it in the back of the heart so it sort of popped. Or you can glue it, like I glued this, and I put a little gemstone.
Mine's not coming out like yours.
It's not?
Mine's not coming out because my fold is only coming up like a half of the way of the card. Yours fold, when you fold, the center line goes all the way to the top. I don't know what I did wrong.
Well, you know, Laura will be sending all the instructions
Okay.
and the fold in the recording. And I'd be happy to give you my email. We could Zoom if you like, if you really are confused and need it to be repeated.
Oh, I figured it out. Thank you.
Okay.
I just,
Okay, so you can glue it together, and then another little tip, I've already done it. I used it to secure a back of an envelope.
Oh,
And I think that's a great idea. I just stumbled on that.
like that.
So that's an idea. And anyway, this is what it looks like this way. There's a gap in there. You could put some flowers. I mean, you know, you're a very creative group, so you can come up with some wonderful ideas. Okay, shall we just make a simple belly band for our accordion, our pinwheel?
Yes.
Okay, so I kind of took the opportunity to do this ahead of time. So if you have a longish piece of paper, and I measured it about 10 inches by 10 inches by I would say 1 3/4, just so we have plenty of room to do this particular belly band. Or if you just have one sheet that's an inch, just make the traditional belly band that goes around the card. So what I'm going to do is turn it to the side you don't want to show. And the first fold will be about 3/8 of an inch in. You can either eyeball it, or if you want to measure it, that's fine. And I always use my bone folder. Let me make sure I'm on the page. And then if you've got that done, I would fold the next half about a 1/2 inch. So it covers very well. Don't come to the center, go past the center, well past the center. Bone fold. Everyone ready? Okay, now what I do, this is like a self-sticking little application. I take the one end and I'll fold it over like a diamond. I'll make a diamond. So I'll show you. Fold it over generously. Go past the fold mark. Go past. Then do the same thing to the other side, covering that diamond. And what you have is like an arrow. You have an arrow, and this is what it looks like from the other side. You're creating an arrow. And what you do is you're going to put the arrow inside the flap you've created, which is, I'll open it up for you so you can see. A little hard to, you see, you can open it up, put the arrow in there and just move it along. Move it along and just put it on your card, and you can adjust it. I think it's about the right size. I cut it down so that it was just the right size. And you have a little belly band. You can decorate. let's use the heart that I decorated and put it on top. I love using the washi tape on the paper doll effect. And you've got a very cute, and oh, if you have to adjust a little bit, that's fine. And if you feel more secure, like you want to glue it, it's fine. But this is like a non-glue belly band. And you can add, you know, you can even add another flower in the center if you want, however much you want to decorate. And sometimes with gold paper, for example, you see these dots. I cut out dots, or if you have those little die cut hearts, or they come in so many different ways. You can add those to your paper and make very, you know, just add a little more bling, bling on bling.
Andrea, would you mind doing the points again?
Not at all.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not a problem.
That point
You
part.
know, I've done these things thousands of times, so I can understand why it's not easy. So let's open it up again.
Okay.
Take the left corner of that and bring it over. Just make like a little flap.
Okay. The left
I'll hold it up.
corner. Okay.
Then take the right corner and flap over that. Here, let me hold it up so you can see. Oop. If you
Okay.
turn it over, you'll see it's like a little point, right?
Okay.
Then if you take the other side, you sort of squeeze it open and it fits right in there.
Oh, okay.
You
That makes
see?
sense.
Isn't
Yeah.
that a great idea?
Yes.
And then you just belly band it over your adorable little fold. And you know, yeah, I like this for an invitation. I think this would make a super invitation. So you've got we've done 3 really cute folds. I've got one more, and it's probably a little more difficult than the others, but still doable because now you're old enough to do this. Should we pursue for the last one? It's 2:30 my time. Are you guys up to another 15 minutes?
Let me take a poll.
Take a poll, because we got one more.
Okay, I'm just going to launch the same poll, but the question really is, do you want to do another 15 minutes instead of are you ready to move on?
Yeah. Basically 15, maximum 20, but I think we can do this in 15.
I don't know how to answer the question, but I want to do another.
Just say yes. That just,
Oh, yes.
the
Okay.
question is, do you want to do another 15 minutes? Yes or no?
Yeah, it's really
Okay.
now you're
So-
pros, you can do it.
So, so I'm going to say yes, they do want to do another 15 minutes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go very methodically so that it's fluid.
And I do want to say, it's going to be a while before the video is ready. That takes a while. There has to be some minor editing before it can be posted. But the Ocala Calligraphy Guild did this demo with Andrea, and they produced a beautiful set of written and illustrated instructions, and they've shared it with us. So I will be sending that out to all of you after this, you know, later today. I will get that out to you, so you'll have a PDF that you can print out.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
so are we ready to move on, everyone? Yes?
I'm gonna say
Okay.
yes.
Okay, here we go. We are doing what I call the envelope box. And it's, well, I will take you very slowly through the folds and point by point. So don't be intimidated because it looks a little more complicated. And you can also make, here's another one I did. You can also make a little belly band. I used a travel brochure. You know how you have all these cute images and the travel brochures. So I thought that was kind of cute. Here's one I wrapped with the Seas candy bow for no particular reason. And this was a calendar. And on the inside, you can put little decoration too, or put some candy, or you'll figure it out. Anyway, this is nice for also a little card, or obviously you can't mail this, but you could use it as a gift card, envelope. You can use it to send a secret message, and you can mail this. This is totally mailable. So, but you'd have to use a standard envelope. Okay, so last but not least, let's get one more piece of 8.5 by 8.5. Okay, maybe everyone should take a drink of water. All right. And what we're going to do is the same thing. We're going to fold corner to corner and try to get them nice and even. Now you're like old pros, right?
Okay, could you tell us this again? Which side?
Whichever side you want to show. Actually, I decided I want my soft pink sides. This is double-sided, so it's got a green side and a pink side.
Okay, so if it's not double-sided, we should be using the white side up.
It depends what you want to show on the outside.
Well, I want the color to show. I don't want the white side. So the white side should be up.
The white side, yeah, it'll be facing you. The white side will be up. Your color side will be on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do the same fold we've been doing, corner to corner. Okay. And the same again, repeat it corner to corner, bringing the right side to the left side. Corner to corner, and I bone fold. I love my bone folder. And then open up the paper. Now we're going to fold all the corners in to the center. So they call it valley fold. Valley fold in. And I'm just going to turn it clockwise. Valley fold in. Clockwise. Valley fold in. See, you're already feeling more comfortable, right? Because we've done this. Okay. Try to get it pretty accurate in there. So you'll have, open up your square and you'll see all the folds are equal, and you have 4 flaps. So I still want you to have your corners, corner to corner. So it's like a diamond shape. So what we're going to do is the lower corner, the closest to you, fold that down to the first fold. So I'm going to take it and fold it right to the first fold. And then fold it again. And bone fold. Every time you fold, bone fold. Fold it again and bone fold.
What first fold?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Pick up the lowest corner next to you. And there's a fold you already created, because when we folded all the tips in, we created a crease. So you fold it to that crease, that first crease. See how I did that? Okay. All you do is take that, once that's folded, fold again. Once you've got that, just turn it clockwise the whole 180 degrees and do the same thing. I'm going to go step by step so that you see. It's going to be identical to the one on top. Okay. Then again, there's a crease there from our original folds. Fold it again against that crease. And I'll hold this up to show you what it will look like.
Lay it down because we can see it better if you lay it
Okay.
down.
So I folded, and then I folded again. Okay. Now, again, I want you to have the points, 1 point towards you, 1 point north, south, north and south. So take the bottom point, bring it up to, see where my finger is at the top? Bring it up to that fold where my finger is. Just bring it up to the fold and I will show you what it looks like. Won't fold. This is what it's going to look like.
Lay it down. There you go.
Sorry, my hands are in the way. So you just bring it up to that we have that natural fold that we created. Now turn your envelope around. Okay. Now what you're going to do is open on the left-hand corner, take your finger and put it right in, create a beak again. So you're going to take your left hand, put your finger down, right finger down, and create a little beak. And you're going to press it. So let me do that again. As a matter of fact, just fold your envelope in just to get a little crease. So put your finger in the crease, pick up the little beak, and just squash. I'll do that again. Pick up, squash, and bone fold. Everybody good?
Nope. No,
No?
no,
Okay.
no.
Does everyone have, do we all get this far?
Yeah,
Okay. Just fold, turn your piece counterclockwise and just fold it over. Fold the left side, the bottom side over like that. Just,
Okay.
I want you to have that crease.
okay.
Turn it back clockwise. Now lift that left side up and you'll see you have like a little, again, a little beak.
I don't have that.
Ah, you do. And you just press down. And if you didn't get it, don't worry. The instructions are forthcoming. And I can also do a little zoom with you if you want. Okay, everyone good? So you're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So I want you to just fold over, make a crease, take your left finger, put it in the crease, bring the right flap up, open. Now you got that little beak shape and just press. So I call my squash fold. And you'll see we have the beginnings of the box. It'll start becoming real to you, not just a bunch of folds. Let me just hold it up. Everyone can see? Shall I move forward?
Shall I do a
Okay.
poll?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
this-
still good. We
this
still
is-
got a good 10 minutes.
This is really, are you ready to move on this time?
Okay.
Okay. One person is saying that they would like a couple more minutes. And 3 people are saying that they're going to catch up later.
Okay.
but so maybe just show that fold one more time.
Okay. So I just have to turn my page around. Okay, so here we've got, I'm just having you make a crease on the left side. And I'll tell you just how far to go in. It's about an inch, and on my scale, it's about 1 3/8 inches. But you know, it's going to be like even. It'll look even. So
Are you folding it to that center line, the center fold?
well, oh, I guess you could say you could fold it to the center fold, but I'm doing it for the purposes to get you the lines.
Yes.
Once you're there, put your finger, the tip of your right finger right at the corner of that fold and the flap. Pick up the flap, open it up a bit, and just press.
Okay.
Then do the other side. Follow the fold. Put your left finger on the increase. Pick up that little beak and press. We're almost there.
Okay. Let's just go on.
Okay. Now you have a little flap here. Pick that flap up and just fold it right over those triangular folds that we made, our squash folds. Just fold it right over. And bone fold. Okay. Now, turn your structure clockwise 180 degrees and bring your south corner up to the very corner of what you just folded. So it'd be like this movement. It's going to come right up to like, it'll look like this. Okay. And bone fold. It's going to look like this. So you're bringing the bottom to the top. We're good. Then on the left side, just fold in to get those creases down again. You can do the same thing on the right side while you're at it. And you'll see it's exactly the same move that we did on the first set. So take your right finger, put it into the crease, lift up the flap on the left side, and just press, squash fold. And do the same thing to the other side. Squash fold. Mine's a little off, but not enough off to be a problem. Okay, so it should look like that. And when we open this, when you put that tongue down, your structure will look like this. So it's like that. Fold this over and bone fold, and it should look like this. Okay, now before we complete our box, what I want you to do, put the two flaps together again, because we're going to make this a little more refined, the tips. Okay, I folded them, I put them together going to the left. Take the top little corner and just fold it in to the sort of center there. Let me show you what I did. Open and fold in. Okay. Now I'm going to make like a little point. So from that square, I'm going to take the south tip and fold it in. There's a little natural line there from all our folds. I'm going to fold it into that center line. and do the same thing on the other side. Take the tip and fold in, and let me show you what it looks like so that it'll, you'll see it and visually it make more sense. So it's going to look like more or less like this. It's going to be a tip, a refined tip. You could put a belly band around it. Everyone good? Nope. Well, don't worry about that. It's just like a little extra movement to get a finer tip. So just top in and the sides come together. Just fold it towards that center line. Okay. Now do the same thing. Turn it clockwise. And we've got the right side of that flap. Bring it up and do the same thing. Take the top, bring it to the center. It's almost like a square within a square. Okay. Now the lower corner of that, you're going to bring right into the center and do the same thing to the other side. You might have to turn your little structure. So what you should end up is something that looks like this. And if you don't get it, we can work on it later. Don't worry. You'll figure it out, or we can Zoom. I'll revisit, and Laura will be sending all the instructions. Okay, so what we're going to do, I want you to take your little structure and just counterfold. Just fold it in half like this. Just get a nice crisp fold. Now, take a hold of each of the points and push down and open up. Push down a bit in the center and open up, and you should have a box. Do you want me to do that again?
Yes.
Okay, so we're here. We're going to gently open up, lift the bottom so that it's parallel to your workspace. Turn your box over to counterclockwise and do the same thing. So you should have like the beginnings of a box. Everybody good at this point? Okay. Now that you have your box, take a hold of the bottom and just push in gently on the, pinch the bottom corner and push in gently, because we're going to fold one side to the other. Let me show you how I'm doing this. I'm pinching a little bit to get this to work. And now I'm also using thicker paper, so it's a little harder, but this is the look we're going to get. We're going to fold it in on stuff. Okay, everyone can see that? And then do the same thing to the other side. Kind of massage the paper. And then we have our little box. And again, you can put a very pretty belly band going this way, a ribbon. And you can decorate with your hearts, with your flowers. And you can also put a cute message inside or fill it with something, little candies, and it becomes a little envelope box. And you could obviously mail it inside of a larger envelope. It would be very cute to open this like a little gift. You can have some writing in there or make a box within a box within a box. And that's the final structure. And ultimately you can come up with some cute little belly bands and ribbons, whatever your heart desires.